Okie doke. I'm live, I think. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to do any playing tonight because it's already like 1 a.m. here. I'm just going to do a quick unboxing of a guitar I got today, and then I also have a box from Dylan, which came with this as well. This is like, it's supposed to be like a pick holder, but I'm using it as a mouse pad. So let me just get to the guitar first. Hold on. Some of you will already know what it is because I posted it on Brian's Discord. And if you're wondering if this is secure, so the way that this person packed it, obviously it's not in a normal carton or anything. Um, the difference is most of the stuff here is delivered by hand, and people are pretty careful with the packages. So they put stickers on saying like, don't put this on the bottom of anything, don't stack or anything, and they will respect that. So it's pretty much unscathed. And the other really nice thing about some of the shipping companies here is that when they do come by, because people here are pretty good at recycling. I've had times when they would come with a guitar box and they would ask me if I wanted them to unbox it for me, and then I would just take the guitar and they would take the box away, so then I don't need to have a whole house full of boxes. Right, that's the cardboard gone. Alrighty, so it's a Squire bag, and inside, shit, more packing. Smells like a hair salon in here. I don't know what this guy does for a living or how he stored it. He said it was a smoke-free environment, but right now it smells like smells more like whatever they use at a hair salon to keep that, like the disinfectant or whatever. Oh, nice. Alright. This is what I got. It's a Squire Supersonic. Let me turn on my ring light. Hold on. Didn't even bother with the lights today. Give me a sec here. Where's my light? Ooh. So you can see the sparkles. Let there be light on. Check that out. It's almost got that old kind of Daisy Rock finish to it. You know, like those Daisy Rock things when they had like all the sparkly pinks and purples and everything, but this is in blue. It's really cool. Reverse headstock. So I did a little bit of research before I bought this. Apparently, Ryan from 60 Cycle Hum, he said that these things go out of tune like crazy, but the reason is because the break angle on the low E and low A strings are a bit too much because of the string trees. Let me just try now. See if he gave me the wiggle stick. This is supposedly brand new, so he just had this, and all of the plastics are still on it. So take this off. I don't know, the pick guard seems to be, the plastic from the pick guard's already off, so whatever. Let's put the wiggle stick in. Ooh, it's completely out of tune. I love how this thing has like the huge headstock as well. Reverse. Okay, sounds like it's okay. Plug this in. Give it a spin first before we open our next box. got potential. Hey, Steve. So I'm just, you probably missed the beginning, and what I was doing was just unboxing this that I got today, and then trying out if it stays in tune, because I think everybody else who bought one of these and reviewed one of these said that these things go out of tune really quickly, and part of it's because of the way the string trees are designed. Apparently, because it's a reverse headstock, you don't really need all the break angle here, and then they have like a string tree here on the E and the A. But so far it's okay. I mean, it seems like the pickup switch is located in a really weird position, because like even with my Jazzmasters that have the ones up here, they're located a little bit more forward. This is kind of like just in a really weird place, and it's just really hard to use for some reason. But yeah, it's just one of those things I have to get used to, especially with like a shorter scale guitar. It seems like maybe I need to just put it up here. It doesn't. So if you take a look, it's just straight through. And even though these are the split shaft, so for whatever reason, the ones that I have on this Squier, which is a I think this one's I don't think it's a Classic 5. They're both Paranormals, but this one is a 2020. And actually, they're probably both 2020, but for whatever reason, this one has like really nice tuners. And these ones just feel really, really cheap. Like there's actually play in them, just like that. Like the buttons just don't stay. Whereas this one, they're really solid. So, you know, if I can get a pair of lefty ones that are kind of like this one on this other guitar, then that would be great. But and like you said, maybe staggered tunes will help as well. Like what I think Ryan did from 60 Cycle Hum was he said he just popped these strings right off of this, like he would just straight up not use the string tree, and that helped him with stability. And let me just try that. Maybe that actually helps as well. I mean, either way, it still keeps in tune, so seems like it's okay. Maybe I'll just do. Maybe I'll just keep them off the string tree for now. So it does seem pretty solid. I mean, I haven't checked. Oh, it's also a larger block. I haven't unscrewed it yet, but then the you can tell that it's like a really large. It's the thicker block, so it's the it's not those weird tapered blocks that you get in some of the cheaper trims. So that part of it's good. Maybe I don't even need to. I mean, I already bought a trim for this. I bought one of those Geiker ones using one of Brian's codes. I was actually going to get tuners as well, but for whatever reason, like the Geiker website didn't have lefty tuners, so it was either, and I don't even think they were offering singles in left, even though I know they have like sets of 3R and 3L. I was actually going to see if they can just make me a set that's like all lefties, but for whatever reason they I think they're out of stock. So yeah, these will probably need to get changed at some point, because like I'm not even trying to tune, I'm just like touching them and they're already turning on their own. And this guy had it decked, so I'll probably need to fix that at some point, because I prefer floating. Thanks, man. I've always wanted something like sparkly like this, but not quite like Daisy Rock style. Those Daisy Rock ones were pretty nice too. I mean, to be honest, I like when they were a thing back in the day. I really wanted one. Ooh, this is really out of tune. Intonation is actually okay. D and G strings are the ones that are causing a little bit of trouble. I'll see what I have to do there. Maybe I just need to move the higher string tree over and then lower the break angle on those as well. And see what that does. So that's that. Let me see if I can put this on stand. Hold on. So the next thing I'm unboxing tonight is, it's supposed to be, I guess it's used, but the owner never used it. Like, he still had all the plastics on it, and the feel of the strings, actually I just checked right now, the strings were completely unused. It seems like he just bought it and kept it. So you know, used for all intents and purposes, but almost like new. So the next thing I have here is a box of pickups from Dylan for a couple of projects. One, okay, let's see what these are. So these are, let's see if you guys can see this. These are the slant sixes. So what they are, they're basically humbuckers, but with only half of the pole pieces. So I guess the other way I could have done this is just bought humbuckers and take out like one row of the pole pieces, but he designed them like this, so it's kind of cool. Although one thing so initially he actually gave me covers for a Jazzmaster to put like this, which I've done. So I have a Jazzmaster here that has his center punch pickups in them, but those ones I made the covers myself, and what I did was, here, I'll show you. So I just, what I did was I bought blank covers and then just drilled out the holes for the pole pieces so I can adjust them and do whatever, and they look kind of like Jazzmaster pickups but also humbuckers at the same time. For this set, because I ordered the wrong color, this is actually supposed to be black, but I think I accidentally pressed the wrong color and whatever. So I have other pickup rings for these. Let's see if I can find them on my desk. So I ordered these from a place in England, and what they are they're basically conversion covers. So you can just put humbuckers in like this and slap them into Jazzmaster. Now the only problem here now then is because these pole pieces, or there are holes there, and he doesn't have bobbins that are like custom made like Lindy Fralin or some of those other makers. So I'm trying to see what I can do to cover up these holes. Maybe, I know these are 3/16ths, so maybe I'll just buy like some wooden dowels, press them in, and then just color the top black or something like that. But I live in a country where everything's metric, so that's the tough part. Like when you live in a country where everything's metric and you buy American made pickups, it's so hard to find parts. Like even like dumb stuff like a wooden dowel, because they'll come in like 4mm, 5mm, and then either you have to kind of shave them down yourself, or I have to special order like 3/16 dowels or something like that. It is, but it yeah, I guess it's not. You can kind of see through though. Yeah, there you go. You see, you can see through the holes. So in the guitar, I'm putting it in. If I'm shielding the cavity, then you'll actually see the copper tape come through here. So it'll kind of look like that, like because flesh color is kind of like copper tape color, right? So it'll be kind of like that. Which, I mean, I guess it could be neat, but I don't know. So there's that. And then for this one, the one that I've been using on some of the streams, the Squier here, I bought what he calls the Widowmaker pickups, which are his take on the quarter pounders, which used to be some of my favorite Tele pickups. So they're this large pole pieces, and he has really nice flat work now too. And then also he laser engraves the base plate, the brass base plate, so you can see him doing that. That's pretty cool. He's got let's see if I can put it in the light like that. You can see the laser engraving. He hand signs them here, but then the back plate is laser engraved, and the flat work is also laser engraved. I don't know if I can get the camera to show it, but you can. Yeah, there you go. You can see kind of his name like right there. So these are neat. And then the neck pickup looks, I haven't opened it yet, so okay. So this looks different than what I expected. I think when he demoed them on his demo guitar, he didn't put the cover on. Yeah, the LED thing, I was thinking about that. I need to figure out how I could wire that, because the pick guard that I have on that guitar is right now it's an anodized pickguard, so I don't know if I have the tools to drill another hole for like an LED light switch without wrecking the pickguard. But that's something I am thinking about. The like some way of wiring some kind of lighting contraptions to the bottom of this, and just so I can, and I need to find a way to put the battery in too. But that would be really neat. Like if I can just like shine like a blue light or something like this. If I turn it on, and it would, you know, like either an LED light or those LED strips that you can get sometimes, like for desks and stuff. Because I know you can just cut those and make them shorter, right? And then you can just put like 2 strips of LEDs right here. Although I wonder if that will cause any interference with the pickup. Like once you have electricity running through them, would that cause noise? Because that would be fun to do. And I think that's it. So yeah. Well, this thing, I bought one of these things from him, which is it's supposed to be a pick holder, but I'm using it as a mouse pad. But he makes some pretty neat stuff now because he has like a laser engraver and all that. So I guess he sources these as parts and then from wherever, and then he makes like a little tray dish like this. And then but I needed a mouse pad, and it was either this or some kind of a anime girl with boobs mouse pad. So I guess this is probably easier for my daughter to accept. So but I'm looking forward to how these sound, because I've heard people take out pole pieces on humbuckers, and supposedly what happens is it still has the humbucking effect, but it's almost like you pull the humbucker really low into the cavity, but because you're actually not pulling it that low, then you still get the attack, but without all of the output, which is really what I'm looking for. So it's kind of like a quasi single coil thing, but not really. So I'm interested in seeing what these will sound like. So hopefully I can get those installed this week, while thinking about how to do the LED thing. And then the Supersonic over there, like the guitar, I gotta figure out what to do with the trem, play around with that a little bit. But yeah, staggered Fender branded locking tuners on your those are really nice. The Fender branded ones, I have that on one of my Jazzmasters just because that's what they came with. But those are like what, like almost 100 and something, $200 just for the tuners. Just check now locally if I get them. Soundhouse, Fender tuners. Yeah, the Fender locking. Oh, okay, they're not too bad. They're like $75. Yeah, maybe we should. But then those are right-handed, so I gotta see if they have left-handed ones. Yeah, those would be nice. All right. I think that's gonna be. I'm just gonna call it a night. It's like 1:42 here. I gotta wake up at 6 tomorrow to cook for my daughter. So, thank you for dropping by. I'll see you guys next time.